What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. No green screen, no special stuff. We're going old school today. And I just wanted to address something that I saw. So I saw some comments, people like, damn, Randy had put out a video and I dropped the video right away, evidently. I actually filmed that video day before yesterday and just had it set as members only. It went live today. No intro, no nothing crazy today, just a straight up video. So I'm gonna address this crap. So I've seen a lot of things and yeah, I saw his video. And I saw a lot of the comments. A lot of the comments saying I was being too petty. I want to be very clear. When I covered the issue or talked about the issue with that truck or calling it a lemon, I didn't call it a lemon. He did. Once you say something like that, unless you're just clickbaiting or making fake videos, and that's what it is. I'm guessing that's what it was. They must have been fake videos. And send it to the dealer. Now, evidently, I just lie or don't know anything, and I'm broke and I don't have any money. I don't have to do that or do this, but so I have like a monthly revenue that I run through, and I don't even need to talk about it, but we can, and I can post bank statements if I have to, or show you my active account. And this is what I have left to spend this month. It's a little bit over $33,000. Okay, that's what I have to spend on cars, making content, paying for information, because I do that. That's why I get the information at Stellantis so early, is because I pay for the information. That's what somebody that's worked in intelligence for a long time does. Now, I've also heard, oh, he doesn't have anything, he doesn't buy anything. You haven't seen the car yet, but that's what we just paid for one of the new vehicles on the channel. I posted a community post about it for you guys to vote, and I ended up buying two. Now, that addresses the I'm lying about the money thing. I'm making videos about this guy for views. I'm making videos about this guy for views. This video has been up a little bit over 3 hours. It sucks. The one talking about the Ram, right? It's at 3,000 views, and it's only been up for, it's not even 3 hours, 2 hours and 42 minutes. I don't make the videos when I talk about whatever's going on with Randy or whatever happened with that truck. I want to be clear. Randy thinks I give a fuck about him. I don't. And you'll notice I haven't talked a lot about dealer stuff, even though I kind of transitioned the channel to going after dealers that were screwing customers, because those videos don't get a ton of traction or views. But I still do it because I feel like I have a responsibility and a voice to protect consumers when they get screwed by a dealer. And I'll continue to make those videos, even if they don't get views. Like this one, he says I'm making videos to get views. Let's just look. Let's just look at any of the other videos I've done. This is after he did the issue with talking about how David Stanley dropped the ball or screwed him or whatever. That video actually did decent. Not gonna lie. Here's the stats: 23,000 views on that video. That's the only video in that series. Here's a different video though. When I talk about emissions or talk about Stellantis or talk about products that are coming out, 30,000 views. And I can go on and on and on about these. Oh, look, CARB set to be held to federal standards, up 24,000 views. The videos I do on David Stanley don't do well. I mean, here's one about California, 38,000 views. And it's 4 days old. Okay, so look, smog checks, are they ending? 39.7 thousand views. But when we get back to Lemon Ram Rebel pulled off the website, 7,000 views. I'm not doing it for views, genius. And I just want to be clear on that. Now, I also saw a comment that he posted, and I'm going to put that here. So Randy puts this comment up and basically says he's learned a lot of horrible things about me. Now, look, I've made it no secret that, I've been very clear. I'm likes to fight guy. I have a history of that. I do. I'm older, not as stupid as I was when I was younger. But, I've also had to sue people in the past, and I have active judgments against people who have who have tried to tie me to stuff that's not me. In terms of different names, different things. Like, I'll give you an example. Tried to tie me to some BS that had to do with something to do with a border patrol agent or something back in the day. And at the time, I was in Afghanistan. So I'm able to post those photos, and I sued multiple publications that had posted about it and won. I have a judgment against it. 3 of those websites no longer exist, and 2 of the reporters, or whatever, if you want to call them reporters, that wrote for that no longer work in the industry because they can't. Last thing, I have to be careful about what I say because I could be sued by a big corporation or company. Newsflash, I'm not stupid. I know that. So here's the thing. It's libel or slander if you don't have the facts to back it up. When I talk about what goes on at David Stanley, and I know he said, I don't know anything about it, and I don't have a dealer license, right? I don't have a dealer license, right? Let's pull that up. So I had a wholesale license in Oklahoma. I don't have it anymore. My license is in Kansas. It's readily searchable. And this is my business license, or was my LL Certificate of Limited Liability Company when I was in Oklahoma. You can see that right there, okay? Now, look, I don't have to prove anything to anybody, but the difference is I can come with receipts like this. Now, also getting back to Randy's comment about bad things about me in the past, don't worry, broski. And look, this is why I said it's probably best that we leave this alone, because I know he says he doesn't care if he loses all of his revenue from his YouTube channel, but it would totally 100% change his life. Could he go back? Could he go on selling cars or doing other stuff and not doing YouTube? Probably, maybe, I don't know. But I'm at this point, I just need to make it clear because, people are upset. It's not about that guy's channel. When I talk about David Stanley, it's about that dealership and the bad methods and tactics that they use to take advantage of people and screw people. And no matter what anybody says, I'm always going to stand on that. And I'm always going to come after a dealer that likes to fuck around and find out. Now, I'm going to say this. I know he said he's living free now and he's happy because he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. Well, congratulations. We're glad you've joined the We Don't Give a Fuck party. That's awesome because I've been there for a long time, obviously. But I did see, he said, he had talked, and I'm willing to bet, here's the thing. The same way I can't take a ton of what his ex, and I'm not going to specify who it was, told me as fact, is the same way that he can't take what my ex evidently is trying to tell him, because he made comments about, it was his wife's money and it was this and it was that. Did I do things when I was married with my wife that revolved around the channel? Sure. I bought the Ram Rebel and the TRX for me, the Ram Rebel for her, and the Green Monster for me. We were on all of that stuff together. That's all factual. I have no reason to BS about that. When I bought the Purple Heart from IAA from Randy, yes, that was a birthday present, basically, for me, from, at the time, my ex-wife. So, yes, that's factual, but my house is my house. The cars that I have, which we could go outside and look at them. Here's the other thing. I don't have a floor plan, okay? I'm not using credit to buy the vehicles on my channel. I pay, say it with me, cash, because I can afford to buy those vehicles. The BMW in my garage, paid. The Cadillac, the STS, paid. The Tesla, paid. The Ram Longhorn, paid. The 2 Green Monsters, which he says I don't have anymore, but you guys have seen them on the channel multiple times since I've been here in Vegas. I guess we have to go make a trip out to Henderson and go to the warehouse to look at the few vehicles that I have there. One of them being the Green Monster. Oh, and to address one other thing, shout out to my people at Copart. Evidently, I got banned at Copart over the Green Monster. Not true. Been going to Copart. I transitioned the content on this channel. Now, full disclosure, I still do Copart content on my second channel. Never got banned at Copart. Have a great relationship with the executive staff there, and their social media team. And, most of you guys know that I severely tore up my knee, and it is healing. I'm actually walking normal again now as the MCL and PCL are healing. I am going to get back to doing that on my second channel. So all that in the comments I saw he posted that I got banned. Obviously not true. IAA have a great working relationship with the manager here in Vegas. Shout out to you, Rob. Major salute. I can go out there whenever I want. It's 120 degrees here. I can make the content that I do now, and yes, it costs me some money when I'm paying for information from, for Stellantis stuff. But I make more, this is the thing, I make more money right here, sitting here, doing the videos, giving you guys information on Stellantis-based products, sometimes Ford, sometimes GM, sometimes we just do news, than I ever did buying cars, fixing cars, destroying cars that I bought on Copart. That said, I know that there's a base of people here that watch that stuff and want to see it. That's why I have TK's Garage too. The thing that I find hysterically funny to me is when people say, oh, I'll show you this one thing. They're like, oh, he doesn't have anything. The advertising revenue that I get from my channel, which is decent, it's really, really good, is the smallest part. You want to know where I really make money on YouTube? And I'll show you. This is my bank account here. I'm gonna pull this up for you here. 18, where's my revenue? Oh, there's a Google ACH. Now this is, I have 5 YouTube channels. A lot of people don't know that. This is one of them, not the car channel. Okay? I don't have it, and I get 3 ACHs on average on a regular basis, okay? Here's one of the other smaller channels, and this is an advertising, what do you call it? A payment I make for advertising for posting on one of my other channels, Morgan & Morgan. Now, I still talk about them every single video on another channel that I have. There you go. All right. Where else? And that goes into my car builds fund. Let's, where is the big, because I just signed a nice fat advertising revenue deal. All right. And there it is. See that? Yeah. And and now that's my biggest advertising revenue for a 90-day ad spot that I've ever done. Do I need to show that stuff? No. But I also, because TK lies, according to what some people say, I have to disclose it and be upfront. I don't hide anything on this channel. You know, a lot of people will be like, oh, TK, I saw the other thing. Well, TK got arrested. He's got a DUI. He's got this. He's got that. Technically, no, I don't have a DUI. I pled to reckless. And secondly, I got that expunged because of the extenuating circumstances that had happened. What had happened was. So, yes, are there things that I've done in my past that I'm not proud of? Of course. The same way he says in his comments that, you know, when he was younger, he fucked up and he was an idiot. I was an idiot too. So I'm just going to leave it at that. For him to think that I'm making videos to ride on his coattails, I could give a shit. Because every time I do one of these videos, it doesn't get the views that my other videos get. Now, I know some of the videos when I talk about a Hemi or something that's coming down the line at a factory or something, I mean, we can go, look, I don't have a problem showing the data. See, this is the one thing that doesn't lie. You can call me whatever you want. You can say TK lies, TK's petty. I am petty. I'm petty as fuck. That is a fact. And I'm trying not to be less petty, but it doesn't matter. But a lot of these videos, like when I do, and I did this for an example to show you, right? So one of the cars that I picked up and I saw in his comments, oh, it's the best car I've ever had on my channel. I love the Green Monster. Yes, I use it in my intro because I've had it for, you know, it's a dope ass intro. Full disclosure, my homie out in LA that did that intro for me, that was an $8,500 intro. That's what I had to pay to shoot that, put it together. I'm going to use it, whether or not I still drive the car or not. That said, there's a new intro coming. There's a new intro coming with the Black Ghost, the Tesla, a BMW, which you haven't seen yet, and a couple other things. But yeah, I mean, we can look at car content, and here we go. Here's one. It's almost 24 hours in. It's 17 hours. It's at 8,000 views. But look at the click-through rate. It sucks. They're like 7. People aren't clicking on car content the way they are when I cover news stuff, right? When I buy trucks or cars, like I'll give you an example. I just bought a Cybertruck. You'll probably see the taking delivery. You'll probably see the taking delivery video on that today, right? Why I bought a Cybertruck. The Cybertruck was $103,000, I think, after taxes. But I'm broke. I don't have any money. And yeah. And by the way, not financed. I own it. I don't have to use a floor plan or somebody else's credit to make content on my channel. I use my own money. What I worked for, what I built, what I do. That's the difference. Now, I'm sure Randy could do the same thing. I'm sure he'll be able to do a response video if that's what he wants to do, or we'll just leave it alone because I think it's probably in the best interest. Because at this point, with some of the shit that I'm seeing, I'm getting angry, or I'm getting to a point where I'm getting annoyed with it. And I was just in Oklahoma City. Y'all saw the videos. I was there. I don't want to be ignorant or do something else where I had to pay for another lawyer and a bondsman. Let me put it like that. I'd rather not do that. I'd just rather leave it alone. But I'm sure Randy can open up his bank account and show the active cash in his checking account, right? Or how about the savings account? There's another 20. I'm sure he can open his bank account and do that, right? I mean, if he really needs it, I'll send you a wire. I'll cover the negative equity. I've said this multiple times. I'm doing this car channel right now exists. This is me keeping it 100. This car channel right here exists because of Randy, because of auto auction rebuilds. I have no problem admitting that. He rode my ass to do this channel. I was doing other stuff. Totally different channel, nothing around this subject at all. But I did it. I owe him credit for that. So yeah, you want me to send you a wire, bro, and knock out that negative equity? I got you. Because the advertising revenue that I get in, which is 8 times more than my YouTube revenue every single month, I guess I have to attribute that to you. I have to give you credit for that. But I've transitioned this channel. I don't do the same content that you do anymore. I do my own thing. And when I talk about your buddies at David Stanley, it doesn't mean I'm talking about you. Even though the truck was yours, I'm using it as an example to talk about that dealership, not you, buddy. Period. Now, I also saw in the comments, oh, you two guys need to sit down and hash it out. I got nothing to say. I'm good. I don't need to sit down and hash out anything with anybody because I've said this multiple times, and I'll say this again. If somebody's willing to stab you in the back or be a snake and bite you, and you let that person back in, they just become a bigger snake the next time. They're going to do it again. I don't need that in my circle. I'm good. So I wish that dude nothing but the best. And I'm going to say this. I'm not mentioning that dude on this channel anymore. Don't mention him in my comments. Don't send me DMs about his videos. I don't give a fuck. All right? I will say this. I hope it ends here. I hope we don't have to talk about each other or take subliminal shots at each other anymore. Because I also know how I am. And while I am getting up there in age, you know, I'm about to be 46, man. I'm at a point where, and he knows this too, I can get extremely retarded. And what I mean by that is, my hand, you can see this hand right here, right? This hand's flat for a reason. This hand has cost me a lot of money. A lot of money in legal fees and 2 civil judgments. This hand right here. I don't ever want anything to devolve to that. But I'm at a point now where I'm like, I'm just done with the internet shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with the internet shit. And for those that know me, that have seen me at events, car events, racetracks and stuff like that, you've seen how I get down when somebody is talking out the side of their neck at me. So I'm going to leave it alone. As he said, and I think he said it best, he did dumb shit when he was younger. I did the same. I don't want to destroy that dude's channel. I don't. I know a lot of you guys want me to destroy that guy's channel. I'm not going to destroy that dude's channel. I don't need to do that. I know he's living free in the I don't give a fuck life. Congratulations. Welcome to the party. I've been there for a long time. And like I said, I know people will say like, well, damn, TK, you're making all this money off of advertising and doing videos and shit for your different channels. Aren't you worried? Like, if you and him keep getting into it, you're going to lose it? No, because here's the other thing. And I know somebody will say something else too, right? Me. I don't even know if I could. How do I put this up here without putting it on blast? All right, this. See, that's U.S. Department of Defense. That's my cat card. That's how I get in and out of the military installations that I work at every day. I'm a defense contractor by trade. That's how I pay my bills. The other money from YouTube, that's how when you see me go to the casino and I'm at Red Rock and we're playing $1,000 a hand, that's where that comes from. When I go drop $34,000 on a brand, I almost gave it away, on a brand new vehicle for the channel, that's where that comes from. When I buy $100,000 Cybertruck cash, that's where that revenue comes from. And that's only because you guys watch these videos, and I appreciate it. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say this, and it'll be the last thing I say about it. You know, I did say he was a meat rider. I did call him a meat rider. That is what it is. Oh, and I didn't mean to do this. You know, I didn't want to. Oh, because someone's gonna say it's prop money, right? United States of America. Yeah, no. I'm being it. All right. This is petty. I'm gonna leave this alone. This is actually the tip for the transporter that is bringing me in. I don't know. I think it's 1,800. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 1,800. This is the tip for the, not what I'm paying the transporter. That was already paid by Tesla. That came as part of my thing. That's the tip for the transporter who I've been in contact with and was like, just get it to me without getting it effed up and I'm looking out for you. Because that's the kind of person that I am. I will tip that guy that for bringing me that truck and probably make that guy's day. That's it. I'm going to get out of here. I will say this. Yeah, I was wrong. I shouldn't have called him a meat rider. I shouldn't have told him to go to the Blue Oyster. I shouldn't have said a lot of that shit. That said, I'm petty. I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. But I will say this. I won't mention this dude. I'm not going to say Randy. I'm not going to say Auto Auction Rebuilds on this channel anymore. And I would advise that he doesn't allude at me or towards me as well. And we'll just go about ourselves, do our own thing, and that's it. That said, if David Stanley does some more scumbag shit. Oh, and someone said, oh, the other thing about me not knowing David Stanley, I have the DMs right here. I'm not going to expose the dude's account because I don't want to get him fired. But I met this guy when I actually sold David Stanley one of my trucks for cash. They gave me a check. But I sold my Z71 4x4 Tahoe, the second one, to David Stanley. I sold that to them, and I got a check from them for it. But it's funny. Let me screen grab this. It's funny. I'm gonna end up getting this dude blasted. Anywho's, I have DMs here, right? From the guy that works at the dealership. I'm not in Oklahoma. I'm going by somebody that I met the day that I sold my truck to them. Okay. And I've stayed in contact with the dude, and he's obviously not a fan of Randy. So maybe he's giving me biased or incorrect information, but it lines up with what I see on the internet. So again, is it TK lies? No, I'm going off the information that I'm being given. I don't have to just make it up. Oh, I'm making it up for views. These videos don't get any fucking views. That said, because they don't get any views, I'm done with it. I don't fucking care. Except if I see David Stanley doing other shit, I'm going to continually cook that dealership and don't care. But I don't need to mention that dude. It is what it is. Hopefully, this puts a bookend on that. You guys are happy because I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends. Oh, and if you stayed to the end of the video, fucking petty. I know I shouldn't do this. Somebody sent me a screenshot with the comment, so I had to go over there. I clicked on this guy's channel and roll it.
Congratulations, Connersville Falcons boys baseball team, for your first playoff win in 19 years.
Yeah, I could probably really roast, but it already looks like one eye blew this way and the other one blew that way, and I really don't need to say anything.